Hello and welcome back to Marineford TCG. Today, we've got the final of the new starter deck leaders. We've got Katakuri. So, I apologise, I meant to have this video out yesterday, but I've been a bit sick lately, so I decided to put it off for a day to focus on getting better. But I'm still a bit sick, as you'll see in some of the clips. There's a couple coughs here and there, but I've tried my best to get this out today. But anyway, let's get into Katakuri. So, the starter deck for Katakuri isn't as crazy as the other ones. I think this is the weakest of the buffs from the starter decks, but it's still notable, and this deck's still fine. It's pretty cheesy. You rely on triggers a lot. The deck's kind of been power crept to the point where you have to rely on triggers to some degree, but I do think there is some merit in this leader still. He's also fun if you're getting into the game. This is a decent leader to start with. He teaches you quite a few different mechanics, and he's also quite simple to pick up. And the deck's not terribly expensive. So we'll go over the list briefly. I've got 2 of the Cracker. He's a trigger body and he can have double attack in a pinch. 4 Pudding, she's a top 4 Big Mum or Sanji Searcher. 4 the Perospero, you really want to see this early. If you get this out on 3 or 4, it feels much better, because then you've got the body to swing in on the next turn, and then when he gets removed or KO'd in battle, he's not neg, because you can get a card from your deck to go into hand. Or the 10 Mum is a staple. You know what this card does. This card's insane if you can chain them into slower matchups like Bonney. It's good into the matchups like Lucci. You don't really want to see this into things like Doflamingo and Purple Luffy that go pretty fast, but even then, into Luffy, this can be okay. 4 of the Beige. This is a trigger that says win the game, and it's a 2k. We're never going to play less than 4 of him. 2 Blocker Sanji. You can grab him off Pudding if you just really need 1 blocker in a pinch. He's also a trigger body, which I will say I've gone quite high on the trigger bodies, higher than I was before, purely because I think we just need them. I do just think we need them. 2 the Gadatsu, I do think this card has been somewhat power crept by this Egghead Nami, which I'm playing 4 of, because whilst this is slightly bigger, it doesn't have a trigger to do the effect, and also once your opponent is at sort of 3, 2, 1 life, this is useless. Whereas Nami's still killing a 5, but I'm still keeping 2 Gadatsus. You need a good amount of spot removal for Doflamingo, especially. So I'm going to go with 2 Gadatsus and 4 Namis. Got 4 Satoris, he's a 2k and a trigger body. You're always going to play 4 of these in a deck like Katakuri. 4 Kiku Nojos. I really like this card. Its trigger body, 4/6 stat line is spectacular, and it can heal you if they choose to take it out. So this tends to stick on the board. This is nice into things like black. They'll usually just remove it anyway, but getting the heal just slows the game down a bit, gives you more chance to find your 10 mums. 2 Nekomamushi. He's another trigger body. He's got counter, which is nice, and he can attack active characters. If your opponent's got something really big on the board that's just a problem for you, I don't know, something like a Basil Hawkins, because that card is pretty good into us, I will say. This can be very nice into Basil. You can just attack the Basil, put like 4 Don on him, swing 9 and 7, and then they've got to make a choice. Yeah, just 2 of him, he's not too crazy. Gone over Nami. We've got 2 of the 7 Mum. This is nice, it gives your opponent the choice. Do they want to speed up the game, or do they want to slow down the game? I think giving them the choice is a little mid, but the body is super clean. 7/8 is a great stat line. And yeah, this card's just good, but I have cut 2 of them for 2 of the new 6 Mum. This is the only real new card in the deck, and on play you trash a card from your hand and your opponent chooses to either trash 2 from their hand or they lose a life. So this is just acceleratory. Your opponent's either going down 2 cards in hand and you get a 7k body on the board, or they're trashing a life, which is the same effect as this but for 1 Don less. This card's pretty nice. You could go up to 3 of these, honestly. I do quite like this card. I think you really need to accelerate the game. But the defense of the 7 Mum can come in clutch, and obviously it's a slightly bigger body. So your counts of this and this, your mileage may vary. I think this is personal preference. I'm currently choosing 2 and 2 just to test, but I will say that I've been pleasantly surprised by this card. We've also got 4 of the new Brûlée 2k. It's a Big Mum 2k that it has the trigger is your leader effect, and then you add the card to hand. You get a free bit of knowledge, free bit of interaction with yours or your opponent's life, which can be quite nice. If they're going for game and you get this as a trigger, you can use it, look at the next life, and if your next one's like a beige or a 0 cost, you can stick it on the bottom, cheese a win here and there. You can look at your opponents and give them a brick at the end of their life. It's quite nice. And the other big from 2K are all pretty garbage. These Stroizens like KO1, the Brule, Resta 2, and Flamp just doesn't work with our game plan. So I'm going with 4 Brule. It's pretty good. 4 0 cost because we're playing a shed load of bricks. And we also have, this just says win the game on trigger sometimes, which is pretty cute. And 2 of the Flame Split to rest a 4 cost blocker. Porcelino, Rebecca, Bonney's chump blockers like Rosie and Beige, Rouge. This hits loads of stuff. Card's pretty good. 2's fine. You can also use this as a counter event. I probably wouldn't bother, but you could. It's okay. But yeah, that's Katakuri. So we've got quite a few games here. I did get a comment on one of my recent videos about the quality of the opponents, and they're not wrong. Some of the opponents you do get on the regular sim are pretty tragic. So I'm going to start doing ranked gameplay from now on. Might make videos take a little while longer to get out, because I do still like to find a variety of leaders. If I play 4 Luccis in a row, it's not going to make for a very good video. Even if I'm beating the Luccis, it's not, you know, you don't get a nice variety of the meta. But yeah, I think we will go with the ranked. I will say the players on ranked are also not always of the highest caliber, but that's just part of life, right? You go to a locals, you're not going to face the best players in the world every round. Even if you go to a regionals, your first few rounds, even if you're winning every round, your first round might be against someone who's literally never played the game before. Your first 3-4 rounds might be against players who are somewhat inexperienced. Only once you get to those final rounds at a regional where your opponents are truly top caliber opponents. And I do think on the ranked ladder we'll get better average opponents overall, but especially for these first few videos, do note my rank is 0 because I've not played before. So yeah, don't expect nothing too crazy, but yeah, we're going with ranked gameplay from now on, so we get a bit of a better experience with the opponents. So if you enjoy this video, please drop me a sub. I think next video we're going to drop some more Purple Luffy gameplay. People really seem to enjoy the Purple Luffy video I did earlier this week. So we'll drop some more Luffy gameplay. I'll take it into rank to see if we can't get some wins. And without further ado, let's get into the games. Game up next against Doflamingo. So I'm going to choose to go first. And I'm looking for Gadatsu or Nami. Don't see it. Still don't see it. No, we see the Nami. That's fine. We'll deploy this. I think we'll just grab a 2K. 10 mum going to be a little slow in this matchup. And yeah, 10 mum a bit slow. He goes with the Perona. Bottoms must have been really bad. Goes with the Buggy. Love to see that. Couple cards out of his hand. With any luck, he won't see Jinbei. But, you know, they always see it. They always have it. We've got a Gadatsu. That's pretty nice. Swinging for 5. He'll probably take. He'd be smart to take this. Then we'll just deploy the Pero. Nice to have a nice vanilla sized body to attack our opponent next turn. Next turn, even if he does go Jinbei Weevil, we can Gadatsu, get rid of 1. He's just going to go 4 for a 4 cost. So we'll defend this. We'll give him a Brule. He does have the Jinbei into the Weevil. Very good. We'll go with Gadatsu here, get rid of Weevil. Then we'll go 5 at life, 5 at life. Probably take 1, counter the other. I don't think he'll want to go down to 2 life here because that is a little risky. Next turn we've got Nami. That's fine. We can trash Kikunojo with Nami to get the draw, hopefully. But we'll depend. Getting him down to 3 here is nice because it sets up things like our Kikunojo and Nekomamashi triggers. Can give us the prone on that second one there, as we predicted. Seems smart from our opponent. He's playing pretty well so far. We'll see what he wants to do. He wants to attack 5 into Prospero. I'll defend it. because then if he attacks big with Doflamingo, goes with the law. Going to return Buggy and Perona to his hand. Interesting. He's going to go 6-6. We'll take the first one and then counter the second one. We get a 5. Yeah, then we can guarantee the draw. Ooh, we can get that trigger though. Quite nice. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll get an extra body on the field. I'm going to go 6. I think we'll still counter this one. Give him the Brule. We get a Sanji. We can go Nami Sanji, remove the Tragolor. That's pretty nice. We'll go 5 at Jinbei. Gonna give us Perona. So we're gonna have 2 Don left, so we can do 7-7 with these two. And still do Nami Sanji to remove this. Move that there. And then we'll go 7 with leader. Look at ours. We'll place that on top, definitely. That'll be a really nice trigger for next turn. He's going to take. Then we'll go Nami, get rid of Sanji. Sanji, Law. What? No, go away. That's. Sorry, I'm lagging a little bit here. Which is interesting. Maybe you need to look at upgrading my PC a little bit, but hey, here we are. He goes with the Buggy. We did know he bounced that. He also bounced the Perona. We go 7 into 5. Jinbei Weevil, very nice. We'll let him have it. It's alright. It's all good. It's all good. Gonna go with the Law, bounce our Perospero. He returned his Jinbei to hand. Very interesting. But we'll go with the Big Mum here. And he's going to have to heal us. He can't afford to take this life. He really can't. Yeah. Very nice. We can go 6-6-7. Or we can go 5-7-7. Could also choose to play the pudding. I don't think I care. I think I'm going to go 6-6-7. I want to get a couple 2Ks out of his hand here. No, that's wrong. I'll just do 5-7-7. It's fine. Once we get his lives down, he can't heal them. He's not playing Purple Luffy. He's not playing yellow. Yeah. Do 7. We choose to counter that one. Is he going to counter this as well? We'll look at his Buggy. You can have that. That's okay. He's going to take that one. Very nice. We can probably clear most of our board here, but we are going to have 2 swings, so he really needs to get a blocker down. Goes with a Law. Gives us the pudding back. I guess that is a valid attacker, so it's fair enough. 8 into 6. Let's think about it. What's he got? These two could attack. So if he wants to do leader effect, he only has a 6 after this. I think we lose both our characters regardless. So we'll just let it go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we lose both our characters regardless. But if he doesn't get a blocker, I'm pretty sure he's cooked. 8? Yeah, sure. All yours, buddy. Not really sure what's going on here. Take this one. That's lovely. Yeah, this game's over. This game is incredibly over. We'll go 7 with Saturday. He can go 2k, 1k if he wants. Then we got 9 with Big Mum, and the rest on our leader. So hey, it's nice to know that you can get wins against Doflamingo with this deck, and he didn't draw badly. He had Jinbei. He had lots of Jinbeis. I don't think he made some questionable bounces. Gives us double Buggy. That is fair enough. We'll go 1 here. Swing in for 9. Yep. And we'll attach all the Don. Attack. Look at ours. And he concedes. You win. Very nice. We didn't get to see the end of the game there, but we won regardless. Nice win against Doflamingo. I do think he made a couple questionable decisions. Giving us the pudding didn't matter, but there was no reason to do it anyway. But, you know, it's fine. We got the win. GG's. We'll game up next against Purple Luffy. Excuse me. So he's going to go second. If we're going first, this is not great. Mulligan that. Yep, we get Perospero, that's nice. We'll go with Pudding. Grab a 10-mum. And end the turn. Yep, so we can do 5 plus Perospero. Gonna give us a Sangoro. With that, end the turn. Sorry, I do have a bit of a cold at the minute. I'm feeling pretty rough. Well, there's been a little bit of a delay getting this video out. He's gonna ramp to 5, go 5 on 5. I think we'll counter this one. If we counter this one with Gadatsu, we can get the draw off Nami next turn. So I think this is fine. Yeah, there's the Magellan. Oh, I don't want to kill the Magellan though. And I can't play this anyway, so it's sometimes punished, I guess. We can go like 5, 5, 7. That's okay. We'll go 5. We'll get some cards out of his hand here. Magellan, not quite what I was hoping to see. It is a bit of hit or miss whether the Purple Luffy is even playing the Magellan at this point. We'll do another 5 with Pudding. We'll go in for 7. Look at our top life. We'll place that on the top. We'll get a nice Nekomamushi trigger. Be cute. He's going to take that. He's going down to 2. Is not bad for us, I will say that. Gadatsu looking hella useless, but luckily he's gone. This 5 goes. 5 into Pudding. You can certainly have that one, sir. He's on 6. We'll protect the Perospero. Don't need this Brulee. Who we got for 6 or 7? If it's 7, Luffy Taro Sangoro. That's pretty bold, I will say that. We can get a removal and draw here with the Nami. I doubt it would be another Magellan, or he would have swung 7. I'm expecting either Ramp Luffy Taro or something for 6. I guess the blocker Sanji. Yeah, not sure. We'll see. Just a Queen. Okay, I mean Queen's good. It's a nice blocker for him. We can destroy Queen though with Nami. We'll try. It depends what we get off the top. Currently looking at potentially trashing Zero Cost. I don't want to lose this Big Mom anyway. I think this Big Mom's going to be pretty useful. He's going to trash the Kaido. We get a Perospero. I think that's a pretty good target to trash. So we'll deploy this. Get the Perospero. Get the Queen. Or a 6-mom. Attack him 5 on 5. He does have 1 up. I doubt he's playing Blast Breath. Gum Gum Giant obviously not out yet because we are playing in the West. But yeah, Blast Breath is the only thing really he could be playing there. But I doubt he's playing it anyway. Attacking 7 on 5. We already know what ours is. I guess we'll look at our opponents. It's a Franosuke. You can have that. Fine. He's going to counter. I think that makes sense. And we'll end the turn. So next turn we can play out this 10-mum. Or sorry, this 6-mum. So that'd be pretty good. If he wants to attack into the Perospero, we'll allow it. We'll take a 7-mum. We're not going to need multiple 10-mums. Definitely not. We'll take this, use the trigger, play out the Neko. Just this game's been pretty good actually, I will say. We've been able to push the pace quite fast. He's on 7, he can do Luffy Taro Sangoro, Luffy Taro Zorojuro, something like that. But we have 3 swings. And we can also force the issue with this 6-mom. I think this 6-mom is going to be pretty good next turn. Because it really limits his options. He gets another Zorajuro off the Zorajuro, which is not counter, notably. So we can go 7-mom or we can go 6-mom. I think I'm going to choose to go 6-mom. Crashing... probably the 7-mom. I don't think we're going to need the 7-mom. We'll deploy that, trash the 7-mom. He can either trash his entire hand or 1 life. Either way is pretty good for us. This card coming in pretty clutch here, to be fair. He's going to go trash the Magellan and the Luffy Taro. We know he has a Zorajuro, so his hand is really bricked. Wow. We'll go 5. He gives us a queen. We'll go 6. He takes. We know that's the... what was it? The Frenosuke. We'll do this. Look at his. I'm just interested. That's a 0 cost. Can't move that, but it's good to know he has that. That will affect our maths quite a lot. There's no way he uses that trigger. He uses the trigger. Wow. I was not expecting that. I'll say that for free. So this 10-mom's useless now. It goes to the Kaido. That is fair. He can probably do a board wipe, but he's got no blockers, so I'm not really sure what he's expecting to achieve. He could try and go for game. We've definitely got enough counter. Yeah, we can just go 15. There's no problem. We just let him do all this. This is fine. You had to go for game here, sir. The game's already over. You have no life and no blockers. No, don't need to use that. Sure, no. Sure, no. Attach all the Don. Back, view your life, place it on the bottom. Very nice. Nice quick win there against Purple Luffy. So, hey, I guess you see what happens when you... Got another game here against Purple Luffy. It's actually the same player, which is quite funny. There must not be very many people playing on ranked at the minute. I'm playing ranked today. First time on the channel, I believe. We've got a Pero. We do have this Linden. This Linden was pretty good last time, sorry. I think we'll keep this one. We've got nothing on 1, but we can drop Pero on 3, which is pretty cool. Yep, we got Nami. That was nice last time. He did obviously Magellanus, but this card's still good. We'll drop the Pero. He counts the 5 at Sangoro. This is going pretty similar to last time, I will say that. He does here. Their 4-5 Don turn is usually pretty interesting. There's a ton of different options he can go for. We'll see what one he goes for this time. He's going to ramp to 5. Could be Magellan or... It's Magellan. Probably dropping Kiku next turn. Snami was good. I'll give him... If it's like Queen, the Nami's insane. We'll give him the beige. We'll counter this one. Just to get the hand down low enough for Nami. Sangoro, even better. So we can do that. So we're going to go in 5-on-5. I reckon he'll counter at least one of these. He'll probably counter this one because you never know how big the leader swing's going to be. He might choose to take the next one. Depends if he has a card that he's happy getting rid of, he should definitely counter here. He clearly doesn't because he takes. We'll go the Nami, trashing the Kiku. Go to that. And the turn, we draw another Nami. That's not too bad. We can Linden next turn, and we'll have one more Don for something like leader effect. Pretty good. If he attacks the Pero here, we'll let it go. If it's just 5, I might not. I might choose to protect it if it's just 5, but if it's more than 5, we'll have to let it go. They are on 7, so could be Luffy, Taro, Sangoro. Ramps to 8. Interesting. Gonna go 6. Yep, you can have that. We'll take a pudding. Fine. Yep, Luffy Taro into Zorajuro. Fair enough, it's one or the other. Doesn't make much difference to me which one. Now we could go with the Nami. He gets a Sanji 2k. Pretty good. We're going for 5. You can give us a... Oh, wow. What? Why did he do that? Ah, misclick. Oops. I'm presuming he meant to just give the Onami there, but he gave us a 0 cost as well by accident. But we're going to deploy this, get rid of one of these puddings, and he has to choose. Do you want to lose a life or 2 cards? He loses the life. It was a Franosuke. If he wants to go down to 7, we'll look at... I'm not really worried about what mine are. We'll look at his. Queen, that's good to know. It's just a 1k, just a queen. Gives us a Jet Gatling and a Luffy Taro. Win the turn. He needs to focus our board here, which is pretty good for us because then he's not focusing our life. He's going to go 5. I think we'll defend at least 1 swing. We'll keep the Nami. Do we want to defend? I don't mind taking 2. He's on 9. Could go. He'll probably go with the Big Mum here, if I had to guess. Yeah, I think he's going to go with the Big Mum. So we'll just do that. We'll take this, try and get some triggers. We may as well. We'll look at ours. That can stay on top. Yeah, this is definitely going to be Big Mum. Get rid of our Linlin. That's fine. Excuse me. We'll use the trigger there. We'll get rid of... probably just one of the brulees. Yep, there's the Big Mum. He gets the heal, crashes the Juro, puts our Linlin at the bottom. Makes a lot of sense. We get a Nekomamushi off the top. Gonna go with this pudding, see what we get. We get another one of these. It's pretty good actually. I think we will choose to go with that. Yeah, that's pretty cracked. We'll go with that. Crash the Nekomamushi. You know what? I wasn't thrilled by this card in my testing before, but you know, this is not bad. Here's a queen. I'm presuming this only adds to top. Yeah, so we know this is another queen. So we'll go 6 here. If he doesn't have a 2k, the game's over. But I imagine he will have a 2k. He does. He has the Sanji. I think we knew that from earlier, but it's whatever. We'll look at our top life. We'll put that on the bottom. Nice beige there for our opponent, laying in wait, and we'll end the turn. I'm not sure what our opponent can do here to win. He has 4 attacks. If he has a Kaido, he has 5 attacks, but we've got good counter. We can't protect this. We'll just let it go. He wants to remove this Linlin. He's going to struggle to do very much else. We'll take this one. No trigger. No need. Take this one. Well, yeah, definitely use that trigger. Get rid of a Nami. Get a Satori in play. If this is 9, this is either Big Mum or Kaido. Yep, no trigger on that one. Big Mum. Very good, makes sense. Makes sense to me. So we'll go 7 with Satori. I don't know what this could be to win the game, but even if it's some stinky trigger, we'll attach all the Don, attack in, few R's, place it on the bottom. And that's the game. Nice, another win against the Purple Luffy. Maybe Katakuri is the answer if you're having trouble with Purple Luffy. Maybe give Katakuri a try. Hey, GG's your opponent. Let's get into the next one. got a game here against Scary Doflamingo. I'm going to choose to go first. We do get a Nami, which is pretty nice. Nothing much on 3, but I think having the Nami... Nah, we'll mulligan. We'll mulligan. Nice. We get the Pero. That's pretty good. See what he wants to do here on 2. Just going to go with the Teach. Back in for 5. We'll take. Maybe not. He does. Very smart. We'll drop the Pero and end the turn. So he might use the Teach. Might just go Jinbei Weevil if he has it. Goes with the Sengoku. Very nice. Gets a Jinbei, of course. So he's going to be required to use the Teach effect. Goes with another Sengoku. Gets a Law, so he can bounce our Pero, which is not great. Not great to be sure. Seven. Yep. Jinbei. Law. Bounce Sengoku. Bounce Pero. Yep. Very nice. We'll take this one. No trigger there. And one more use of the Sengoku. Makes sense. Gets a Weevil. Very good. Very nice turn for our opponent there. So we can go Gadatsu and 5 into Jinbei. I think we will go with that. Yep, gives us a Teach. Deploy that, get rid of that, end the turn. Keep it nice and simple. We've got a nice amount of counter. We can start countering some hits here. He's only got 2 swings this turn. Jinbei and the Doflamingo, of course. Next turn we can do something like double Pero if we don't have anything better. I do think Doflamingo is probably one of your harder matchups. You can grab the Law. Interesting. I'm not sure about the Law there. The Law's not really... I guess he can bounce all of his Sengokus, which is pretty good. Yep, he's going to play out the Law over one of the Sengokus. Going to bounce the Sengoku and nothing else. Fair enough. We'll go 2k, 1k. He's got 1 Don. He can swing with Jinbei. 6. Just going to go with the Sengoku. And swing with Jinbei for 5, I guess. Gets a full cost buyer. Pretty good. Might not swing with the Jinbei. No, he's going to swing with the Jinbei. I think that's a smart decision. We'll give him 2. We do get a Linlin. Not bad. We could go with that. I do quite like that. We'll attack with Gadatsu into Law. Always want to take out things that aren't Jinbei first before taking out Jinbei. Back into Law, view our top life. Don't really want that. We'll get rid of it. I'd rather get things like triggers or even just counter. Yep. We'll deploy this, get rid of Pero, and he can choose to trash a life or trash 2 cards. Presuming he'll go with a life. Makes sense. Gets rid of a Mihawk. That's fine. We are running a little short on counter, but we do have a nice, decently sized board now. Never know, we might get a couple of triggers here. Goes the Boa. Seems good. Stacks the top. So he's got at least 1 good target. Gives 1 to leader. Pretty standard stuff. Yep, gonna swing in for 7. Swing at Gadatsu, maybe? No, just let life. That seems good. Gets another boa. That's not what we wanted to see. Yep, plays over the Sengoku. See if he decides to make his swing 8, or if he gives it on to one of his little dudes. Currently he's looking at 6-6 or 5-7, so I think it would make sense to give it to either the Moria or the Jinbei. Yep, we are going to be taking 2 hits here. We can use that trigger though. We can get rid of the Perospero to get the Cracker on the board. Six at Satori. Oh, sorry, 6 at Gadatsu. I'll give him the Satori, and if he wants to go more into Gadatsu for 7, that's fine. 6? Yeah, sure. I mean, you got it, but interesting. What's the 1-up for? I have no idea. So we can go board, or we can go life and try and cheese him. Not liking our chance if we go board. I mean, we can probably remove all 3 of these. We don't have any characters to play, which is a bit of a bummer. We might have to just go aggro at life and see what happens. Yeah, we might have to do that. We're not going to win, obviously, but if we can get him down to 1 or 0, then we have a decent chance with the flame split next turn and maybe a trigger. We can go 8 with Big Mum, 8 with Cracker, 11. So I guess we'll start with 8 with Big Mum. Then we'll go 9 with Cracker, 10 with Katakuri. Nine with Cracker. A block 2k 2k. Okay. We'll look at ours. We'll place that on the top. Absolutely. And the turn. We're getting down to 1 here. Good chance we just die. There is every chance we just die. But in the situation where we don't just die, I'm pretty sure we have a good chance of winning this. So I think this is probably the best route. We know this is a 7-mum, unfortunately. We know this is a Nekomamushi. Yeah, it depends whether he's going to try and clear boards to prolong the game, or whether he's going to just go for game. He has 5 good attacks and like 1 bad attack, so I think he should really go for game here. We only have 2 in hand, which is pretty bad. But yeah, we'll see. We'll use a trigger there. We've definitely lost this one. This one is... Okay, you got a game up next against Bonney. So here I'm just going to do 5 and then play out the Prospero. Typically pretty important to go wide against Bonney. Get as many bodies on the board as we can. So we'll develop the Prospero and end the turn. We don't have any big mums, but we do have a nice selection of characters to play out. We can play out the Kikunojo soon. He goes with the Bonney Searcher. It's an Rouge. Swinging for 6. I'll take this one. No trigger. We're going to attack the Bonney. Look at our top life. Place it on the... meant to put it on the top. That's my mistake. But we'll bait him into thinking maybe it's a beige trigger. Lets it go. And then we'll deploy the Kikunojo. We'll see what he wants to do here on 6. We know he has the Arouge, so he could attack for 7. I will defend the Perospero if that's the play. Could also be a Cavendish coming out. Could be a Hawkins, but I would anticipate not. Looks like it's just going to be the Arouge, so I will defend. I'll give him the 0 cost and one of the Sanjis. He can play as Arouge. Very nice. So we can look to develop a Nekomamashi here. So we'll go in for 7. Look at our top life. We'll live on top. We do want to find our big ones. He's going to rest the Kikunojo. Going to block. We'll attack him for 7 again. Going to give us a 0 cost and a Holy Jones. Then we'll develop the Nekomamashi and end the turn. He's staying at 4, potentially going to try and take out our Kikunojo here. Never too bad to see Bonney countering out early. But I will... Ooh, 8. Where's this going? 8 to Kikunojo. I think I'll defend this, you know, because he only has 5. This is probably Carrot or Bonney. I think we'll defend this. We'll give him a beige, so we can at least develop the Sanji blocker this turn. It's gonna be a Carrot or a Bonney. Freeze the Kikunojo. You go 5 into 5. We'll just keep the board. I think it's really important to keep as much of the board as we possibly can. So we draw a Brulee. We got 4 for Sanji. I don't want to take out some of this board here. I think I'll do 8 with Nekomamashi into the Bonney. Start. If he wants to defend this, he can rest leader, of course. Let's go. Then we'll go 7 with Perospero. I kind of want to go life to wake up the Kikunojo effect. Taking out this Arouge seems too valuable if we can get it. He lets it go. And then we'll deploy the Sanji. If he goes big into the Kiku, I'll block with the Sanji. Goes with his Shanks, just kills the Kiku. It's fair enough. You can do 6 here. Just 5. I will let this go so we can get the on KO. Unfortunately, we whiff. That's fortunate there. We get a Gadatsu. It's not amazing. Go with 7 from leader. Look at his. We'll put it on the bottom. The rest of the Neko. Seems sensible to me. And then we'll go 8 with Sanji. Give us 2k. Follow Gadatsu. Go to nothing. End the turn. So he is going to be able to start clearing our board here. We could really do with draw in some big bums. I will say that for free. He Holy Joneses, grabs a life. Going into 5. We can't stop that. So he can get the full clear. Unfortunately. Goes with the baby 5. So we've got absolutely nothing. We could clear the Shanks or just go at face. I'm going to go for the Shanks. Look at his life. Place that on the top. You know, the Cavendish. He's going to defend that with everything. Nope. And he messed up that a little bit there. Oh well. You can get a 0 cost with the baby. We'll defend this because I don't want to go down to 2 life here. We'll definitely take the Hody swing. Yep. No trigger there. We get the pudding. We knew that was there. Basil Hawkins. So we'll go with the Big Mum, I think. We're gonna have 3 Don left. Do we want to go 9 into Hody or into life? I think we go into life here. We'll look at ours. I guess we'll put this on the bottom. And then he can decide to heal us or to take the last life. He can heal us. Very nice. Goes the Cavendish. Gets the 10 cost. I do think we're in a pretty poor spot here, I will say that. Hawkins is very annoying. Go to the Bonney. We do know this last life is a Rosie. It's a 5 cost Bonney. We don't know what this one is. We might as well use the trigger. You are top life. It's a Big Mum. We'll leave that on top. We'll take this one. There's no way he swings the Hawkins. Yep, we draw an Okiku. He's okay. I think we'll go with the Lin. Then we'll swing in for 8. He can block 2k. Yep, rest the leader, of course. He can block 2k. Yep. And the turn. So we're able to trash the Rosinante, which is quite nice. He might not get another blocker. You never know. Anticipate he will, but hope. We know this middle life is a Perils Pero trigger. That's quite nice. If he swings us down to down to 1, we will have an extra body, which is good. Got 10 for Dofi. There. 6. Ooh. I think we need to gamble. Yep, we'll use that trigger. Get rid of that. Yep, use that trigger. Get rid of that. So we might be in a position to win now. We get a cracker off the top. Well, we'll start with 12 with Linden. Yep, he can rest one of them, and then he'll give us the Basil Hawkins blocker. Yep. And then we just swing in 15. So we thoroughly deserved to lose that one, but hey, we're playing yellow. We got some lucky triggers. You got to take the win when you get it. GG's. So I hope you enjoyed those games with Katakuri. I think we're able to show the strength of this deck quite well. I will say this is not my favourite deck to play. I find this deck quite boring personally. I think it's pretty cheesy. You do rely on triggers. But, you know, here and there that can be pretty fun. Having a game where you're like, there's no way I win, there's no way I win, and then your opponent attacks you twice, and you get double triggers, and it's pretty good. But with that said, thank you for watching. Please drop a sub if you did enjoy. We'll have some more Luffy gameplay soon, Purple Luffy. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.